Okay, today's Saturday, August 17th, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius. We're back out here at the garden apiary. I'm going to do some mite treatments today. In order to do that, on this Mite hive, I'll just close that entrance off. On the other two hives, I'll put a wet rag in front of them to seal them in there. And then on the back side, I have a tiny hole here to spray the oxalic vaporization in there. And then on the Mite hive, I need to get a shim to put on here so I can go right in. But what I do without the shim is I just spray it right underneath it. Got to make sure that you bring a respirator. You have the organic respirator here. Put it up here so you guys can see it. I wear sunglasses to protect my eyes. That wrap around my eyes pretty good because I have had the Robbie's vaporizer. This right here. You put a cap on here, and if this is clogged, that will pop off and could spray you with the oxalic vaporization, and you don't want that to happen. So it should take about 30 seconds per hive. I'm going to get things started here, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, it might be hard to hear me now, but I got the rag on the hive there. Got my vaporizer all charged up. I just have to add the oxalic acid right there onto the tube here. If I do that, I'll flip this over, shove it in. The one thing you want to do is make sure that your end is clear. So that was nice and quick. Did all three hives already. You can see my vaporizer still smoking a little bit. It's cooling down. I had a wire here and I don't know what I did with it to run through the pipe here. So I just took a pine needle and made sure it was clear as I was spraying and as I was treating here. But we're going to get on to the mechanics apiary here next. We'll see you over there. Thank you. So now we're out here at the mechanic apiary. It's still August 17th, Saturday. We got bees on all the hives, flying real well. Walk around this tree here. Got stuff growing up. It's been a few weeks since I've been here. We're gonna clean this up a little bit. As you can see, kind of got a jungle growing here. But we got bees in all the hives. I need to get some clippers or something. Bees are doing good down there. Down there. We'll go over here. You can see the bees down there. But we're going to treat these for mites real quick, and then I'm going to do show you how to do a sugar roll. Okay, so I'm all set up and ready to go. This is my little wire that I use to get in the vaporizer here. Clean out the hole that way. And I do that after each treatment just to make sure it's clear, because you don't want to get clogged up. You can hear my generator running. And then put this here so I don't drop it. Plug this in real quick. And then when I turn the vaporizer on, it starts at 0 and heats up pretty darn quick. And it's got to get to 400 degrees. Once it gets there, then I'll start my treatments here. Okay, I'm going to have to treat through the front because I do not have my drill holes on this bottom board for some reason, unless I had them on the side. Which I've done that before. I don't see it on the side either, so I'm just going to treat right through the front. I have to do the same thing on the 5-frame hive at the end there. So give me a second to put my respirator on and we'll go from there. Okay, I don't know how well you can hear me through the respirator. I imagine not too well. I'll take a little water, put it on this rag. And I just put the rag around it as I'm treating
The temperature is going to drop down here as you knock the acid down into the pot. There it goes, down to 354, 340, 330. Then it'll start heating back up. And I just use this rag to keep the vapors in the best I can. We're up to 360. Try to keep the bees in there too. We're up to 400. Alright. That should be it. So there's some random smoke coming off the end there. That's all it is. That's gone. And I take the wire here, just run it in there, make sure that's clear. And then I'll go and treat the next one. Same thing. Cover that. Put it over. Now you really can't see me here, but try not to smash any bees. And it dropped all the way down to 300 this time. This will burn bees. Alright, we're up to 345, 350. It's climbing back up, so it's vaporizing. You might see smoke coming off the sides, any of the cracks if they didn't seal. Blocking their entrance here, so a lot of bees are coming back. $400. Alright, that's the end of that one. So, I'm going to get these other ones treated, and then I'll come back without the respirator on.
Okay, so I got my respirator off now, so you can see what we did. The bees are flying around, no damage to them. You can see how they're real excited over here. You might be able to see, like, I don't know if you can tell here, this one here has a little white on it. That's from the oxalic vaporization. And you can see how I burnt the front of the hive here. Let me see if I can get the lighting out of here. There we go. But you can see how some of the bees have a smoke to them. I got them a little anxious because I blocked them off. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to clean this up, and I'll be back shortly here. All right, I'm back. I have everything I need now to do my mite check. I have this little juice box holder measured at a half a cup here. And this is a pretty nifty way of collecting the bees and putting them in the jar. I got this off of when I went to Michigan. I stopped in at the Kalamazoo Beekeepers Club. I'm not sure exactly what their name was, but a few years back, and while I was killing some time, I had found out they had a meeting, so I was like, hey, I got a couple hours, let me go in and see what they got. And that's where I got my push-in cage from, and this is, they actually gave these away there, which was kind of nice. And you just slide it down the frame. I'm going to get a frame here. If you have a frame like this and the bees are on it, just turn it sideways and you just roll it like this, and the bees drop in the cup. That way, you know, you can check and make sure you don't have the queen on the hive first. And then you put that into your jar and seal it up. So give me a second, I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, so we're in the hive here. We got some brood on this side, some eggs, you know, some cap brood, which is looking good. The other side, they're still drawing out. So this hive's doing pretty good. But I'm going to get to this next frame. This next frame has has brood on it. Keep dropping my stuff here. So I want to separate this beetle trap. I'm going to pull this frame up. Lots of brood. Look at that nice cat brood. So this is a good frame I want to get my bees from. And all I'm going to do is just over the hive, just go like this. And you can see the bees dropping in here. Do the other side, looking for the queen, make sure she's not there. Good thing is, like I said, I'm not into using the alcohol wash right now. So I can just dump all these bees in here. I didn't see my queen. And I just seal this up. Like so. I got a metal screen on top there that I cut out. And then I have my powdered sugar here. If I can get it open. Open it this way. There we go. And I have a tablespoon here. And I get a tablespoon of powdered sugar. And I dump it right on top. Right on top of the bees. Like that. Make sure I'm in camera here. Yep. And then I just gently push it down through into the hive like so. Or into the jar, not the hive, the jar. Okay, now they're in the jar. And then you swirl it around. You give them a little roll. That's why it's called a sugar roll. Okay. And make sure you coat all the bees. Get them nice coated like that. Okay, and then you just let that sit for about a minute. All right, so we got our bees here. We'll roll them again. And then all I do is I take a paper plate. Oh, kick my smoker over. Got a paper plate, clean paper plate, nice and white. And all I do is turn it over and shake pretty hard the bees that are on here. Looks like I got one mite. Okay, there's a good amount of shaking. Looks like I might have 3 mites. And I take this water bottle and I wet this. Ooh, looks like I got 4. So, as you can see here, get my magnifying glass. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4. This spot in the middle is just dirt. Let me make sure that's a mite. Yep, 1 mite. 2 mites. 3 mites, 4 mites. So yeah, this hive is at, so we got 4 mites. So half a cup is about 300 bees. So if I had 3 mites, that would be 1%. So I'm just over 1%. I can be happy with that. And doing a sugar roll isn't the most accurate. So there might be a couple more. So it's a good thing I treated all the hives today. But I just use the mite check like that just to get basic knowledge that, you know, am I killing mites? Are there mites? And the fact that, you know, we did recognize that there are mites today. So next time I'll do 2 more treatments. And after I do that 3rd treatment, I'll find out if we've dropped below that 4. Now I shake the bees off here, and this is what I call the ghost bees. Shake them back in here. Now the other bees will come and clean them up, but you can see how they have the powdered sugar, all of them. I call them ghost bees now, because they're all ready for Halloween with their white powder. But the other bees will clean them up, which will be really cool, because they actually will pick mites off them. If they have any mites on them, that's what the powdered sugar gets in the mites' feet and makes them drop down off the bees. Let's get that one down in there, and gets them off. So we'll just keep up with our mite treatments over the next couple weeks. Put this back on this side, and I'm just going to check the other side. I really appreciate you watching this, and we're going to go home and get the backyard apiary, but we'll see you over there. Okay, so we're back in the backyard. It's August 17th. I had a bad recording here again, so I'm going to have to narrate it again. So I still have my cloak board in on this middle hive that I'm showing you right here. So a lot of bees flying out of the bottom, a lot of bees flying out of the other side. So what I have to do is I have to dismantle that hive and take the cloak board out. We're going to continue to do our oxalic acid vaporization on these hives. And I don't know why my recording stopped. I don't know if I was too far and it lost the Bluetooth or what happened, but it's kind of a light hive for August, but that's to be expected, after we took the honey off. So split this hive up here. I got to get the middle boxes off so I can get that cloak board out. The way I made this cloak board is I took a wired queen excluder and put a ridge around it so I could slide the cloak board in. And it worked really well. But you can see that I'm irritating the bees here a little bit as they realize the hive is opened up and they are just going everywhere. Like I said, this hive wasn't too heavy in August. So it's not much heavier now, but it should have enough honey for the winter. I might put some sugar feed on it come winter, but we'll see how it works out. And I get around to my oxalic vaporizations here. Again, it doesn't take long. I get all my caps ready so I can just put the put it down the bottom here and flip it over, and off we go. Tap the top of it, make sure the oxalic acid drops down. Got my vaporizing mask on, sunglasses on, because it does get clogged up sometime and you will pop that lid and it's not good if you get that in your eyes or you breathe it in. So the mask has worked really well. So go through this first hive, get done. Today is Sunday, August 18th, about 11 a.m., 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 23 degrees Celsius, and we are out at the farm apiary today. And this hive here looks like it might have absconded. I don't see any bees coming out. I didn't hear any bees. And then we have our other bees over here. All these are pretty good here. Bees coming out of all of them. You hear how active they are. So they're looking good. So walk all the way down here. Look at all our hives. Lots of bees. Very active over here, but like I said, I think that other one absconded. We'll check into that real quick and then get on to our treatments. Listen to that. It's empty. There's nothing here except the beetle. The hive beetle there. Oh, got beetle larvae right there. on top of the frame. That's not good. Let's pop into here. See what's going on down here. Always disappointing when you lose a hive. This was the swarm hive. Oh, yep. Already getting some wax moth going on here. So I'm going to take this home and freeze it. But yeah, it's been robbed out. Okay, I finished up doing my treatments. Just wanted to show what happens when you block the entrance here. You can see all the bees swarming around the entrance trying to get back in. And then we'll just take this out. We'll have a bunch of bees fly out and a bunch of bees try to get back in. Yeah, this is that aggressive hive, so I'm going to stand back a little bit. And we'll look at our other hives. We got a lot of pollen coming in. Yep, one's just trying to sting me here on my glove. Luckily, I can see if you can see that stinger there. Right there, trying to get me. And you can hear the bees trying to get to us here. So I probably left that one clogged up too long, but that's the way it goes. I'm going to do some spraying of my salt and vinegar mix on this grass here. Get that wiped out. Hopefully that will help control the beetles. I put down some old doormats in front of these hives to help keep the vegetation down. But the bees are doing really good out here, except for the one hive we lost. We'll be on to the Madison apiary next. See you down there shortly. Okay, so we're down at the Madison apiary now. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, picking up on our treatments here. So our hives are doing pretty good. That one's reversed. You can see all the hives are doing pretty strong down here. I'm worried about this one. The last time we were down here, it looked pretty weak. Might have to combine a queen on it. As you can see, there's not too many bees flying in and out of it. I zoom in here. Pretty calm. Another hive that might have died out, and that one's doing well. Let's go over to the other side here. All right. So now we're over here, the other 5 hives, and they're all pretty strong too. A lot of activity going on. I'll have to pull these grass and weeds growing up here. I got to spray those too. But the bees look pretty happy. I'll get these treated and see what's going on. So, be right back. I'll take a look at the ducks here real quick. 2, 4, 6, 7. I thought he had 12. Oh yeah. We got more ducks over there hiding underneath the bench. Right there. And the nice thing is I'll be able to use his power outlet from right there to treat the bees on the left here. And then the ones on the right that we were just looking at, I'll have to use the generator. But got some ducks floating around. All right, we'll get to the bees here in 1 second. Okay, so before I start treating these hives, I do want to look into this hive real quick. This is the one I think absconded or was dying out. The queen wasn't that good. So we'll just take a quick peek here. Yeah, there's a few bees up in here. Looks like it probably just was getting robbed out. Let's see what we got going on here. Yep, this is completely empty. Got some roaches. Oh yeah, I think this hive is gone. Yep, that's a wax moth right there. Let's see if my buddy wants that for fishing. Make great fishing bait. But you can see how they're just starting to get in here. So I'll tear this up. So I'll get this hive out of here and get these frames frozen and kill off the wax moth. Okay, I'm ready to start treating. Got my vaporizer on and all set to go. It's nice to do this just a power cord, not have to worry about the generator going at the moment.
So, like I said, all I do, drop it in there. I got the bees closed off on this side here. So I'm going to do that one second. My temperature's dropped down to 293. I'll get this vapor going in here. I'll show you these first couple before I move on to the other side. Like I said, it's real important to have the respirator on and the glasses. I've done this before without, and you can't hold your breath long enough. If these vapors start going by you, it's not good for your lungs. But it doesn't harm the bees because it just gets on the mites and causes them to fall off. You can see some smoke coming out here, forcing the roaches out. You can see the bees gathering in front of this hive. They're almost done with this one, up to 400 degrees. You can see there's still a little bit of smoke coming off of that, but it's done. I'll put that here. I'm going to go around the other side. Grab my cap in here and insert here, and there we go. Down to 315, 310, 305. Now the temperature's starting to rise back up. 320. So it doesn't take that long to get this done. I really like this Larabi vaporizer. This is my 3rd year using it. Maybe my 4th. I think it's my 3rd. I used to use a wand, and that was kind of difficult. It's not too bad when you just have one hive, but when you start getting more than 4 or 5 hives, the wand isn't real good. It's hard to insert. You gotta have so much space to get it in. These corrugated boards, the pest management boards, this will melt them if you rest it on there, because it does get that hot. You can see right here, I went right up against it, and so I have plastic coming off. You can see where I melted that down there, right there. So right here you can see this temperature jumped up to 458. It's set at 400. Put that on there. I got the front entrances blocked. Find the hole here, turn it over. I don't know if you can see that. The temperature dropped down to 314, 310, 312, 313. You can see where I've burnt this hole before. It just climbs back up. See the little bit of vapor come out. Got some cobwebs back here. Big spider. And as you can see, it drives out the bees that are underneath here a little bit. Aggravates them, but that's okay. Now we're above 400 again. And that's it. That's that one. And we'll move over to the next one. Find the hole here. Make sure I'm in the right one. Oh, it goes all out that one. Hold on a second here. Clear that a little bit. There we go. The bees do propolize, so it takes a second to get that in there, but See this temperature drop down to 315. Now it's climbing back up. I just tap it to make sure that the oxalic acid's getting inside. And I'll show you around the front here in a second. You can see how the bees all collect up as you block the entrances. Alright, so we're back up. That's it. Climbing back up here. I can put my nail back in. I recommend using nails and not screws because the screws get more purpleized. And you can see how the bees are collecting the different pollens on the front there. See if we can zoom in a little bit. So you can see these pollens on these bees. A little bit closer. Look at all the pollen they're collecting. You got white, you got some yellow, some orange. I'll take that off and those bees will go back in. But I'm going to finish treating these bees and we'll be back shortly. Alright, that concludes our treatments for today. I really like I said, I really like the Larabi vaporizer. If I had to do it again, I'd probably buy the cordless one that they have now. It says it can do 50 treatments on one battery. I'd already bought that one, and then the next year he came out with the cordless one. So I ended up buying the Gen Max generator. It's pretty good. It takes about just over a gallon of gas. Runs for, I don't know, hour and a half, something like that. But I can use it for more than just treating the bees. So the way I have it set up now with the vaporizer and this, it works out real well. But I appreciate you, everybody watching. Stay tuned for more videos. We got a big announcement coming up here for our future plans with the bees. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching Bee Loft by Liptech. I'm David, and we'll see you on the next video.